For the Delafield Quilt Company. If you've been following along, this is the third block, which actually is a border block for the 2026 Quilt Along. And I do Quilt Alongs every summer, or at least I have since 2023. This summer is a little bit shorter just because it's less blocks for this quilt. But if you are interested in sewing the entire quilt and you haven't seen the other two videos, just make sure you go back and look for block 1 and block 2. And that will give you all the information you need to be caught up on the sew along. All right, let's get started with the border block. All right, we're going to work on the border block today. So it's the last block that we make for this quilt. And essentially we need to make 12 of them total. And I've already done one here, but here's what the patterns basically look like. So make sure that you download the foundation paper piecing pattern at delafieldquiltco.com. And you just need to make sure you print 12 total of these because there's 2 on each sheet. And 2 of these make one of the border blocks. So just like the other patterns, this one does tell you what piece to use. Those are just recommendations on sizes that I found worked well with the size of the space to make sure that not only covered the space, but you went a little bit beyond the space lines so that you had your seam allowance built in. And you want to start with number 1 on the pattern, and that's a use B6, which is a 4.5 inch square cut on the diagonal, so you have a triangle. And you want to make sure you place that face up on the wrong side of the pattern. And you can use your light to kind of see the lines, or you can just fold it so you can see right where that line is. You want to make sure that you're going to cover a 1/4 inch beyond that line and all the way around the edges of the pattern. I like to just hold it up to the light a little bit just to make sure that I've got all of my edges covered. And then you're going to take R5, it's your red piece here, and you want it to be a 1/4 inch beyond that line that you're going to sew on. Since I've already lined my triangle up there, I can just place it right on top and line those edges up. And here's where it gets a little bit tricky. So we're sewing these on a diagonal, so really you don't want the fabric to go too far down on the bottom part of the diagonal, because otherwise you're going to end up short once you flip this open at the top. So what I'm going to do, since this is my bottom, I'm just going to basically take the corner of this red and just have that start at the bottom. So you're going to have more up here. I know it might seem a little wonky to have it not centered, but trust me, if you don't start shorter on the bottom, you're going to end up short on the top. So I'm just going to hold these in place, and then I'm going to sew right on this line here. And at my machine, I did lower it to a 1.8 stitch length, which is much shorter than I typically use for quilting, but I did that to make sure that I can tear off the paper much easier when this all is finished. And I'm just going to flip it over to make sure I've got my whole piece covered, and I do. So I'm going to just go ahead and press it. Now that I've got that piece on, I'm going to just fold again on the next line. It's between spots 2 and 3, and I need a W5 for this one as well. And again, I'm going to start with the bottom corner just being right on the edge of the template, and then have this excess up here. That way I won't be short once I flip it over. And again, I'm just going to sew right on that line. All right, I'm just going to keep going with my pieces. I think next I've got a blue, and then one more white, and then my red. And then I'll come back and show you how we put this together. Okay, I've got my piece all sewn here, and now I just need to trim it up. And like I showed with block 1 and block 2, I use my ruler 1/4 inch guide, and I just line a 1/4 inch in on this inner line here, this inner seam line. and then I cut on the edge here. I like to use my ruler just to make sure that everything is consistent with my foundation paper piecing patterns. And I'll just show you how this is going to line up. Just to make sure you've got the right order here and you're not doing it the wrong way. Your little red corners here want to be sewn together. And then if you line up one of your black ones, you should see that V shape. All right, then I'm just gonna line these up and use the stitch lines to kind of guide the placement of this, because you can feel kind of both of them on both pieces. And if those are lined up, you should have some pretty tight corners here. Then I'm just going to sew right on this line here. And there is the border block. See how nice and pointed those corners ended up? So pretty easy to do. All right, I'm going to keep the paper on until the very end when I'm ready to assemble it. But let's just line it up and get a little peek at what that's going to look like. I think that'll look cool. All right, so that was the border block. And again, you need 12 total of these for the quilt. Now next week, we are going to put everything together, and I'll just show you how to lay it out, sew it together, and finish your quilt top. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.